So, Edward, you titled the first discussion thread in the course, the first main content discussion thread in the course, Jesus in History and Culture. Why history? Are we going to look back at the historical veracity of Jesus or reconstruct the historical Jesus? Why history?
Well, no, we're not going to look back at the historical record or veracity. I think students will encounter some of that in their readings.
Yep.
There will be some challenging stuff they will have to deal with in terms of whether or not Jesus lived and what he meant for his time and place. Um, that's not the focus of this course. I'm interested in something else, Michael, namely the fact that human beings are situated in time and space. We are creatures of context. We are what Heidegger called, the German philosopher Heidegger called historical beings. And my interest is to ask, what is the relationship between this person we call Jesus Christ and our experience of time and place, our experience of the play, the context in which we find ourselves. How is it that this human being who lived almost 2,000 years ago continues to impact the meaning of time? Literally, how we define time, before or after Jesus Christ, for example, AD and so on.
Right.
I know the change, the terms
Right.
are changing somewhat.
Right.
But how this human being who lived almost 2,000 years ago has an impact today. So that's the historical part.
Right. So you mean history in terms of a sort of dynamic, a moving, a changing of
A changing, the impact of Jesus Christ on that movement and the changes that take place. The fact that, in the second century, the fourth, the sixth, the 12th, the 20th century, human beings continue to invoke and bring into play the name of Jesus Christ as in some way existentially significant, right? So yeah, that dynamic, that dynamism.
Right. And then so why culture? So history and culture. Why
right.
Culture?
Right. So to my way of thinking, Michael, is history without culture is empty. Culture is the content of history. Culture is how we is the means through which we make history. How we give content, if you like, to time and space, to our being here in the world. So culture is about our ways of speaking, how we dress, the assertions we make about the meaning of reality, and how, in the Western world at any rate, but increasingly and ever so across the globe, how we invoke Jesus as being culturally significant. So we call ourselves Christian as nations, we call ourselves Christian as people. We give our individual identities the meaning of, Christian. So I'm interested here in how this figure of Jesus Christ has had an impact on our ways of being in the world, our culture, and how the meaning we give to the meaning we give to time and space, to history. So the two, culture and history, are really important. And the first book we read in this course, Pelican's book, on Jesus through the centuries, speaks, especially the first three chapters, are really about the impact of Jesus on both culture and history.
Perfect.